Ninjas, I wanted to take you through what we're looking to feel, recognize, and understand and educate when it comes to working our core. So we've designed a hip high-intensity Pilates program for you. What does that mean? Our core, if I can describe it, the best way it was described to me, and I've felt it for 25 years, it makes sense. Imagine a soup can. When you've got your soup can, the top of our soup can is our diaphragm, so it sits up here. The sides of our soup can is your transverse abdominis. So you'll hear Tiff and I talk about transverse abdominis a few times. That's your corset. That's the one that protects our lower back. And our pelvic floor is the bottom of the soup can. So when we're talking about breath and I'm saying lower it down or lighten it, we're looking at when you can feel that you're pushing out on the abdominis. So if you're breathing in at the incorrect time, or you're finding that the weights are too heavy or gone a little bit too strong, and if you look down and you see your abdominals actually breathing out or pushing out, we actually want to try and reverse that. We want to scoop it down. So in a standing position, a nice way to get into your core is bent knees, because we have from standing to kneeling to laying on your back. So if in a standing position, when you take your bottom backwards and into that tilt position, I'm allowing my abdominals to hang out here. So it's very difficult for me to switch on my abdominals here. What we want to do is we've got the hinge, but we're needing to reverse and pull the front of the pelvis in towards the rib cage here. When I'm connecting in with my rib cage to my hips, I can squeeze up through my pelvic floor and draw in through my transverse abdominis. So pelvic floor is coming up and I'm squeezing the sides of my soup can. So that's in that standing position. One way to also check it is to have a play around with getting into your pelvic tilt. It's very important in Pilates what your pelvis is doing. Not so much standing up, but definitely when we come down onto the back. Okay, so in the same position, when we're into our kneeling positions, you may find that having your toes connected to the back actually gives you a bit more connection. You've got a wide space with your knees. And from here, when we're in that hinge position, we're not letting the core hang out. We need to tuck the front of the pelvis in towards your rib cage to minimize that position. And sometimes I'll cue it as having a rubber band from your hip bones into the under last ribs, and you want to pull that in here. Beautiful. So our third final position is down onto your back. When we're down onto your back, we're going to have the same thing. So it's a really nice position to learn what's going on with your pelvis. If you're only just starting to get into Pilates, give yourself a bit of time to learn all of this as well. I've been doing it for many, many years, but it did take me a little while to learn what the pelvis connection was. So as a really good example, this is fantastic, ninjas. This is the best way to do it. Lay on your back, create space in your lower back. So we're all naturally different through our spine, so I'm not needing you to arch up or do anything extensive. Just push the pelvis in the different positions. See if you can get a bit of space under there. Now test here, it's not a trick, but see how strongly you can pull up through your pelvic floor and your transverse abdominis. It's going to be very challenging. So sometimes in the Pilates workouts, you need to pull that in. So we want to keep that tucked in. So if you feel that you're getting towards the end of the round and you can feel that there's lower back space and you're struggling to keep your core on, then tuck it in. And then on the final one is you want to curl it in, little bit of an imprint through the lower back, whether your feet are up or feet are down, squeeze and lift through the pelvic floor, drive in your soup can of your transverse abdominis. So it's good to play around with the different positions. Enjoy your workout through high intensity Pilates.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you'll love our health and fitness program. It's a holistic, fuss-free lifestyle with daily coach workouts, family-friendly meal plans, and practical mindfulness. Head to mytxo.com to sign up today.
Salsa hips all on the floor. Make your way down into a push-up position. So we're going to start off into our high plank. Please remember that you can always do any of these down onto one knee, lowered onto the floor. So with our high plank, I'll show you the advanced position first up, and in the second round, we're going to go through the modified version. From here, elevate, rotate to the side. So pelvic floor transverse is on, tucking under your pelvis, tilt, turn to the side, come onto that full side foot, extend one arm up towards the ceiling. Beautiful, rotate through to the other side. And we're going to go for 2 more high plank rotations. Beautiful, coming down onto your knees. So from here, we can go into elevating up, 1 more to the other side. Ninjas, I'll get you to make your way round onto the side into your side plank. It can be on your full arm or on your elbow from here, lowering your hip into the earth. So you're dropping your hip and then picking up as high as you can. Beautiful, one more. Flip around to the other side, hold up onto that side of the foot, lower the hip down and pick it up into your obliques. 2 more here, pelvic floor transverses on, driving through that beautiful shoulder strength that you have. Fabulous, back into the center for your front plank. Going into your rotating planks into your T for 4. Remember I showed you the knee option, you can be down on the knees if you need to. 1 more. And last one, holding it here. 4 hip drops again. Picking it up. Down and pick it up. Strong through the upper body, strong through the core. You'll be able to hear my voice quiver. 1 more. We're working hard on this one, ninjas. Turning around to the other side. Extend that arm up. Lower the hip down. Pick it up. 2 more here. Last one. Beautiful, into the center. Then just make your way down onto your stomach for the next one. Going into our Superman, floating our outer arms. Core is on, so when you're here, elevate up through the pelvic floor, pull the belly button in away from the earth, pushing your hips down into the earth, and you'll feel your lower back strengthen. From here, lifting your chest and legs up out of the earth. Float your arms back into the W, extend out front, and lower down. Keeping your core on whilst we do our Superman with W extensions. Getting that nice big deep elbow pull back and lower. 1 more here. Fabulous. And make your way back up. Round 2, I'll show you the modification. You can go with what I did on the round 1. So round 2, I'm going to leave one knee down on the floor. Going into that rotating plank, into the center, change knees. So you leave one knee down on the floor. Important that you keep your pelvic floor transverses on. Watch where you place your hands down on the ground so you're keeping your shoulders well away from the ears. Beautiful, back into the center. Going around to one more side, so choose your side, hold it up here. Lower the hip, pick it up. 2 more. So working through the obliques, working through the core, working through the glutes. 1 more. Lift up through, round to the other side. If you're following me on this modification, you've got one knee down, or you're going with what we did on that first round where you don't have your knee lowered down. 2 more. Last one. Every day is different when you train. Make your way down all the way onto your stomach. Coming into your Supermans with your W raises, stand up. This time, ninjas, we're going to do our best at holding your chest and legs up. You've got your core switched on, pelvic floor transverse, pulling the belly button away from the earth. Glutes activated on. Holding up here for me for 10. Can you curl up out of the earth? That little bit stronger. Raise that chest up that little bit higher. 1 more. And done. Well done, ninjas. And if you like this video, make sure you hit subscribe. And if you'd like to see more videos from me, make sure you head over to mytxo.com. Fire in the circle. Grabbing your circle, block, band, whatever you're using. The first one that we're going to do is we're going to pop the circle on the inside of the ankles. Now when it comes, if you are using a Pilates circle, you can either use ankles, knees, inner thigh. Go with where the comfortability is on the day. For myself today, I'm going to do ankles, and that changes all the time. Don't overthink that. Inhale, T-zone set. We're going down into squats. Inhale, exhale up. Beautiful. Floating those arms and floating up as you come back. So we're working many areas. Glutes are happening. This is our last one. Beautiful. Now I'm going to get you to take that circle, stand inside it. So when we squeeze it, we're working through our adductors on the inside. When we're pushing out on the circle, we're working through a bit further on the outer glutes and a bit more into your glute medius. Inhale down, exhale, float up. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. When it comes to doing your squats and core, you're looking to keep it on the whole time. Don't be hard on yourself. You may find that when you go down, you'll lose your pelvic floor and transverse. Connect through and squeeze and lift it on the way up. It's on the exhale as you come up. Beautiful. You can come off the roller now, place the circle onto the floor. Coming into famous curtsy squats. Let's go through 5 on each side. You've got 1 foot in front. You're on that toe on the back. Hands are on hips for attitude. You're dropping your back knee in to the floor. Exhale, curl up. So inhale down, pelvic floor squeeze and lift on your way up. Good, 2 more here. That's it. You only need to go down as low as that you can go. Everyone's got different range. We live different lives, as I've said. Setting up through your other side. T-zone is on. Inhale down, exhale, pelvic floor squeeze and lift as you're coming up. We've got 5 here. 2 more. That's it, and last one. Beautiful. Okay, this is the next strong one. I'm gonna have you balance on 1 foot. So you've got 70% of weight on here, that 30% of weight on here. You're hinging through. So you wanna sit into that glute. From here, 5 toe tap out front. You can work with a slider if you wish. On this one, you don't need to. Tapping is just as good. Tap out to the side. So again, we're looking to keep the core on whilst arms and legs are moving. Now out the back. This is my personal favorite, going out to the back. I really feel a bit more of a glute strength. Really kicks in. And you'll be different. Each range of motion you're gonna feel there's exactly your glute medius. Last one. And done. Beautiful, bringing our weight onto the opposite leg. Sitting in through that hinge. So you've got chest lowering forward, not completely folded. Tap out front. So you're holding the strength in your quad, your glute, your core is on, and you're working through a balancing leg. Out to the side. Out to the back. Again, this is my personal favorite, don't know why, but out to the back connects mind to muscle, just really connects strongly for me. And done, beautiful. We're gonna go through one more round. Grabbing your circle, placing it on the inside of the ankles, going into your squats. Inhale forward, exhale up. Nice deep breath in, 1 more. Tremendous. Changing the position, step inside your circle, push out. So we're turning the circle into an oval. Core is on, reset. Inhale, exhale. Nice and proud. So as you're coming up out of it, pushing through with the pelvis. Chest raises up at the same time as the pelvis comes forward. Last one, and done. Terrific. Come out of the circle, into your curtsies, onto the toe and the back leg. Inhale down, exhale, wrap it up as you come up. So we do it like we're zipping up a pelvic floor, zipping it all in. Pelvic floor squeeze and lift on your way up. And keep that transverse on. 1 more here. Inhale down, exhale up. Beautiful. Switching sides. Onto the toe and the back. Shuffle around to find your stability. And sometimes that can be moving around that back foot. Have a play around with it, ninjas. Work out where your back foot needs to be. After a while, you'll know exactly. You just go into the position. 1 more. And done. Okay, side taps, forward taps, back taps. Balancing on your left. Out the front. Hinging forward. Out to the back. So going 3, last 3, 2, 1. Fabulous, changing legs. So shuffle over, out the front. Whenever you change legs, change position, double check the core. 2 and 1, out to the side. So you've got nice balance on this leg, core is on, and out the back.
Relax, breathe easy.
And done.
Want all the tips and tricks on how to get the most out of your Bounce Forward Challenge? Well, simply click the link below and fill in your details. You'll not only get all the goss on the challenge, but you go into the draw to win TXO weighted gloves, an exercise mat, and a really cute TXO visor.
Oblique love. Make your way down onto your side as we need to do when it comes into the obliques. Okay, so first one is you've got the option of going into your side V, where you're going to extend your right leg out along the side. You're going to use this elbow for balance, or you're going to be on an elbow onto a side brace version here. So I'll take it down a level.
Yes.
All right, so from here we're going to extend those legs up, 5. And Tiffany's going to hold that brace while I'm on this one. And we go for 3, 2, pelvic floor and transverses on, as I mentioned, and done. Fabulous. Now from here, staying on that, coming onto the elbow, bringing that knee underneath, and from here, lifting up through into that side brace, and bringing our knee to our elbow. And if you're going to do the same thing with me, so come with me on this one. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Team that are following me, come down. Team that are following Tiff, come into a lateral side stretch. So from here, you're going to lay your arm out along the floor, extend that leg out, underneath leg is bent. And again, we go elbow to knee. 4. If you want to elevate up, you can do 2 different levels on this one. Lovely. And last one. And next, beautiful. Making your way down onto the floor, you're either going to come into your 4-point kneeling position, you're going to go for a right hand tap only, or making your way down into a starfish position. We have had these in programming before. Inhale up, exhale down, keeping your core on. I want you to keep that dumbbell in your right side to begin with and keeping it there. 2 more. And last one. Fabulous. Now from here, bring your dumbbell down onto the floor. We're going to roll onto your opposite side, coming along into your V-sit if you're coming with me with your extended leg arm out the front. And from here, coming up onto that V-sit, or you're going up into your side brace. 2, 3, 2 more. You're with me on this one. Last one. Beautiful. And coming into a knee elbow for us on the floor. Extending out and elbow to knee. 5, 4, 3. Beautiful, Tiff. 2 and 1 more. Come into a stretch for Tiff, and then coming down onto the floor for your second last one. Or you're going to curl up for 1 more round on that oblique love. 3, 2, 1 more, and done. You're going to grab your dumbbell, lay on your back, coming into your starfish on the opposite side. So left hand and left hand goes into hand taps. 5. Keeping that dumbbell over your shoulder and not allowing it to fall back. That's it. And 1 more. And done. Beautiful. And done. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you jump onto mytxo.com for further videos. Welcome to the donkeys. We're getting into the glutes in this round. So making your way down into 4-point kneeling position. The first one you're going to know. It's a bit familiar for you. We've done it a fair few times in our programming. Keeping your core position on 4-point, driving through your right foot and extend your heel up towards the ceiling. Inhale down, exhale up. Keeping that core on here. You want to lean your shoulders right over your hands. And 1 more here. And we're going to go into what's called a lopsided donkey. So from here, coming down onto the left elbow, right hand can come out for balance. Bring your right knee in towards the elbow as much as you can, and a small arch up through the glute. Inhale in, exhale out. Beautiful, Tiff. Keeping that core on. Pelvic floor transverse. And last one here. Lovely. Come down onto the knees, come up onto the hands. From here, we're going to have you sit onto your side, coming into what's called a mermaid stretch. You have 1 leg folded in front and 1 leg out the back. You have the option to stay down, as Tiff will do, and she'll show you that you're going to stay seated, or you can come with me and go for the extension up. If you're going with me, you can take the hand down. If you're going with Tiff, you're going to stay seated down on the ground. Lift up and big arch over of that arm. As you take a seat back down, hand comes in front of the knee, hook and anchor and lift up through, trying to get as much stretch through your lateral side as you can. You're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, up and float. Pushing the hips forward and up. You want to try and lift up out of the chest to really get that side rib cage stretch. 1 more here. Tremendous. Now you're going to make your way back around into the front. If you're going to come into your child's pose stretch, you can come with me if you want to add a Pilates push-up in here. On your left knee, extend your right leg straight up. Your hands are quite narrow, keeping your core on. Drive your right hip into the floor. Nose goes forward at a 45-degree, and 1 more. Fabulous, bring that knee down. Okay, going through our other side into our donkey kicks. Come up onto 4-point kneeling. Our left side, driving that heel up towards the ceiling. Not too high, not too aggressive. We float with control. 2 more. Keeping that pelvic floor. Now that you've changed side, pelvic floor check for me. Fabulous. Traditional donkey done. Come down onto your right elbow. Left hand is here for balance. Bring your left knee in towards that front elbow and a slow arch with that kick. Going into that side.
Feels really nice through the side core, through the obliques,
really
you know?
Obliques. And the glute medius, and last one. Fabulous. Now we're going to come down onto the side and come into our mermaid stretch on the other side, sitting on your right bottom cheek, folding 1 leg in front. So you can stay down or you can elevate up. You choose your level today. Lift up. Every day is different when you train. Hook that left hand on, reach up and over. Beautiful. Using your breath. Fabulous. 1 more here. And if it's been intense for you, take the option now of coming into your child's pose and returning back to your breath. If you want to come with me, you can come into your left leg extended out. Core is on, drive your left hip into the floor. Nose dive forward for 45-degree. And done. Well done. Coming into that child's pose. Last 3, 2, 1. And finished.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you'll love our health and fitness program. It's a holistic, fuss-free lifestyle with daily coach workouts, family-friendly meal plans, and practical mindfulness. Head to mytxo.com to sign up today.